Hi, morning traders. This is Robert, Markets Educator FX Pesa. Welcome to another session of Market Snapshot. And from yesterday, we didn't have so much volatility, nothing to look at in the economic calendar. And then again, today we have the existing home sales. Basically, when you look at the existing home sales, refers to basically the number of houses that have been sold in the previous month, right? And so if you look at this in context, if guys are buying more houses, if the numbers increase here, it means people have disposable income to spend on houses, right? Because remember, when you're buying a house, you're not just buying the house, you'll buy furniture, you'll do a lot of maybe renovations, you'll set up, you'll buy equipment. And so it has a snowball effect in the economy where you'll get to visit various stores to buy whatever you need for your house, right? So it's a positive thing. So if you look at what we have right here, existing home sales, the previous number was 4.11 million. Traders are expecting the numbers to come out at 3.99 M. So this is a negative, right? It could translate, according to traders or even investors, the anticipation is that not so many houses were sold as compared to the previous month. And so it means the economy is not maybe doing so well. And that means the dollar weakens. So if this number comes out as anticipated, anything lower than 3.99 M, then we should expect the dollar to weaken. If this number comes out higher than this, maybe 4.2 or something, anything above 4.00, or if the number is higher, the better, the more stronger the dollar will be. So that's what we have fundamentally. And so I would want us to look at the technicals. What are the charts saying? Because remember, we normally say every day when you wake up, just make sure that you open your economic calendar, Forex Factory, my FX book, or even Trading Economics. Get to understand what's playing out on that particular day, so that you're not caught flat-footed. Because we've seen situations where you're trading well, you're doing so well, then some news come out, and especially majority of us who are day traders, a 50 pips move can easily wipe out, your stop loss, right? So you really need to protect yourself as a way of managing your trades. Make sure that you already know what's happening that day, and you are able to maybe take a position earlier, during the news, or even after the news. It all depends on your trading plan. Yeah, you must have a plan that tells you when do you ideally get into trades. Yeah? So that's it. Let's now go look at the MT5 and see what traders are saying, the technicals part of it. If you have any questions, those who are joining in, welcome. I look forward to handling your questions moving forward. So we have USD CHF. This is the first currency we are looking at. We can see this analysis. This is analysis I did in Uganda. We were doing some live trading with the Ugandan guys on Thursday during the jobless claims, and the trade went as per the projection, which is this arrow over here. And so let's remove everything and try and see what we have on this particular currency. Sorry. So what do we have on USD CHF? If I go to higher time frames, I want to look at the trend. And if I go to higher time frames, it seems like we're in a bullish move. And so I want to map out this order block over here, 89.34. That's on the daily. If I go to H4, there's also another block over here. This is a bearish order block, which is the last bullish candle before a major drop. So that is 89.32. So if we go to H1, So I want us to look at an entry. What will be the ideal entry? Because now, from what you can see, we should be looking for opportunities to buy USD CHF. So I would want to buy at a cheaper price. Ideally, my cheaper price will be the Asian low, which is the lowest price during Asian session. I've mapped it out here, which is 88.78, right? This price move over here. Or we can also maybe USD CHF can test out yesterday's low, 88.70, which is 8 pips lower. So what's the analysis like? So I would want to see a push to 88.78 or 88.70 and then a bullish push. So this is my analysis. Remember, this is purely educational. So I would want to see that drop to 88.78 or even 88.70. And then after that, I want to see a bullish push for around 53 pips. So go for 50 pips, not bad. So that is what I would want to see. So intraday, that's the move I'm looking at on USD CHF, a 50 pips push to the upside. But ideally, we want to have a good entry, maybe a spike to the low, maybe during the news at 5, the existing home sales news, and then maybe a bullish push. Yeah, that's what I can see on USD CHF. Now, let's look at the other currency we want to look at is GBP USD. Once again, we had this live trading in Kampala with the FXPesa Kampala team, and we were looking for opportunities to sell GBP USD, and we can see that on that Thursday, things played out to script, and then we've seen a lot of, you can see a lot of accumulation over here. So what we want to look at, so we just remove everything. What I would want to see on GBP USD, I need to look at our time frames. We are in a bearish push, but I want us to look at entries and possible areas where you could book your profit. So that's an area. 88.06 is an area I've mapped out as an area where I'll be interested to see support play out, because ideally long term we're looking for buys on GBP USD. However, we want to see how this retracement plays out. So if I go to maybe weekly to try and get some areas of support or resistance, so yeah, let's work with 88.06. Now go to H4. So if we go to H4, we can see something interesting. Actually, we can see a moving average acting as an area of support also. So for a better entry, I would want to see GU maybe test yesterday's high on 15. So I would want to see if GU was to test yesterday's high, which is that high over there, 29.41, which is like 30 pips up. So let's go to lower time frames. Yeah. So H1, if we go to H1, I would want to see GU go to that price level, 29.41, and then after that we can probably see a bearish push. So I'll be interested to take GU once it tests. No. 29.41. Okay. This is the arrow I'm interested in. $29.41. So that will be my outlook on GBP USD. I would want to see a test of 29.41, which is yesterday's high, and then After that, then maybe we can see a bearish push. That's what I have on my end. Can everyone hear me? Anyone who has challenges hearing what I'm saying, please let me know. Yeah, so that's GBP USD. Now, let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD is also providing some opportunities. And where are these opportunities? Okay, so I'm audible. Thank you for the feedback. So let's go back to the charts and see Euro USD. So we have Euro USD. What's Euro USD like? We need to remove everything. Okay, so just like GBP USD, I want us to look at higher time frames. Let's see what the higher time frame, what traders at higher time frames are saying. We're looking for opportunities to go short. So once again, I'm also mapping out this order block over here. This was the last bearish candle before a major push up. Which is 1.0824. Current market price is 1.0875. That's around 50 pips. However, I would want to have a good entry on this trade. So what would I want to see? Just like GBP USD, I would really want to see EU test yesterday's high. That is yesterday's high. I would want to see GU test 1.0900. I will go with a round number on this one. So I'll probably be interested in seeing something of the sort. I would want to see EU test that high. I would want to see EU test that high and then drop. So you can see there's a moving average at the bottom here. So I would want to short EU at that price level for 75 pips. Yeah, that's what I would want to see Euro USD do. Either today or tomorrow. But remember, we are looking at more of the existing home sales news that we could see a spike up and then a drop. Okay, let's have a look at BTC, Bitcoin. Guys, I've been saying for like the past, I think from from March, I've been looking for opportunities to buy Bitcoin at 51.743. So we almost came close to this price level that week before Trump was shot. The near assassination of Trump. So I would want to see Bitcoin once again. I still maintain my analysis, guys. I'm never changing this. I remember there's something called FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm never getting caught up in that. I've paid my price because every trader who's here can agree with me. Every time you start chasing trades, eventually you get to destroy your psychology, because the trades will always go back to the initial price levels you are drawn up for. So for example, in my case, if I decided to buy Bitcoin here and then Bitcoin starts dropping to this price level, this will really affect me psychologically, because I'll keep bugging myself and saying, why didn't I wait for this trade to come where I had predefined, right? and at this point in time you'll be in red or even have closed out that trade in a loss. So to avoid all that, be disciplined. My trading plan is clear that I want to buy Bitcoin at 51,743. If Bitcoin does not come to that price level, it's okay with me. So that's BTC. The analysis remains. Now, we also, last week, while in Kampala, we were also looking for opportunities to sell the UT100 Nasdaq. And so this was the analysis. I was looking for short opportunities to this price level, to 19,484. And we can see that happened on Friday. Eventually, this trade played out, came to our area, and eventually we can see this was a strong area of support, which was ideally an area where you could have booked profits. And so after that, we can see the bullish move. So what do we expect moving forward? So we need to remove this analysis now that it's the past. So go to higher time frames, get to understand what Nasdaq is doing. I think the daily gives us a better picture. So I'll map out this order block over here. This bullish order block, which is the last bearish candle before a major push up that led to break of structure. And then I will also map out that moving average, which is the 13 moving average. So if I go now to lower time frames, H4, so what are we looking at on Nasdaq? We're still looking for those short opportunities, but then I always want to fine tune the entry. So I want us to look at maybe M15 and see whether we can identify a good area to buy. Okay, so there's a possibility that Nasdaq will spike up. There's a possibility that Nasdaq will spike up to that price level I've drawn up and then go short. So ideally, if Nasdaq was to do this, then after that, maybe we could see some short plays coming in. So if you go to H4, we could see that play out. That's what I would want to see on UT100. A push to 19,973 and then a bearish push after that to 19,307. Kiwi, Audi USD. Sorry, this is the kangaroo, not the kiwi. So we want to look at higher time frames and get to have an understanding of where we are. Oh, awesome. It's coming to a moving average over here, which will act as an area of support already. So Audi USD is coming here to that moving average. And once we get there, we should see some buyers stepping in. We could either have that, or we could also have it extend to these are the moving average. That's like 10 pips. Let's go to higher time frames. Higher time frames. Monthly, I'm trying to have a look at these. So we have, 10 pips push. So if we go to lower time frames, we need to see EU push down. So ideally, I want to see AU, Australian Audi USD, push to 0.6619 or 6609, and then buyers to step in. However, I will go with more of which is the low of June, which is the low of July. Yeah, I'll probably go with this one, 66.19, but then again, a stop loss, yeah, I would play out anywhere around here, anywhere around 66.00. So once price gets here, we should see maybe a bullish push. So intraday, I would want to see that 69, right? So M15, H1, H4. Yeah, so I would want to see this area acting as an area of support for around 48 pips. Yeah, so either a push to 66.19 or 66.09 in one of those two areas. However, 66.19 looks more of it. And then we could see a bullish push as an intraday play to that price level. Yeah, so that's the intraday push I would want to see on our USD. Gold. While in Kampala, we were also looking for opportunities to short gold. This was on Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. On Friday, we were looking for sell opportunities on gold, and we can see an area of support that has held over here. And we can see that bullish push. So what we do, let's remove this analysis. Go to higher time frames to draw up our areas. So if we look at this, we'll see this order block. This is the order block that has held as an area of support. This one over here, this candle, the last bearish candle before a major push up. This is the area I had mapped out earlier while I was in Kampala. And so we can see price hit that area and the buyer stepped in, right? So for how long will that area hold? I don't think it will hold. We could see some retracement. Let me go to high time frames. Yeah, we can see the close of a shooting star over here. So we could ideally be looking at buy sell opportunities, just like maybe what we've seen on GBP USD and the rest. So maybe if we go to H1, let's see yesterday's high. Where is yesterday's high? So gold most probably will come in to test this high. That's a possible area that gold could be headed to. And then maybe after that, we could see some sellers coming in. So ideally, I would want to see a bullish push. To that price level, and then a bearish push. Yeah, that's what I will want to see on gold. Silver, our silver trade, our area of support held, but then again, we can see price didn't really get to our take profit target, which was 32.52, and then we can see the bearish push. So maybe this area will still hold. I want price to come to 28.362. So this is the area I'm looking at as an area of support on silver. Until then, let's see how that plays out. USD card. This is another trade we did while in Kampala, where we were looking for opportunities to buy USD card. So basically, this was the retail sales news on Friday, and we had anticipated a weak Canadian dollar, and that is what happened. And so we can see that push up. We had two target areas. We were looking at the take profit one at that 7.39, and then the other one at that 7.54. So that 7.54 was hit yesterday, and yeah, that trade played out. So let's remove these analysis. Awesome. So H4, let's go once again. Go to higher time frames, have a clear understanding of where this trade is going to. So for example, we can see a high that was developed here. That is the high of July. So there's a high chance that USD card is going to that high actually. Yeah, there's a high chance that USD card could be headed to that high, which was last month's high. And that is a possible area where you could be looking for sell opportunities. However, let's look at lower time frames. Okay, H1. Yes. So I want to see a bullish push, a continuation of the bullish push to June's high, which is around here. If I have to do this right. So we anticipate a bullish push. We anticipate a bullish push. And then after that, we could see now the bears coming in. Long term, we could see a really strong bearish push for around, let's see, I will use my moving averages as take profit targets. And maybe another block if I can identify one. So I would want to map out this candle over here. Yeah, the low of the month, which is the low of July. This is a possible area where you can look for opportunities. So if I were to look at sell opportunities, I would want to see this play out for around 85 pips, and then maybe a further continuation of the same for around 110 pips. That's what I have on USD card. Card JPY, nice one. Those guys who are on this chart. We also were trading on Friday card JPY. We were looking for short of, this was Friday, yesterday, Tuesday. So take profit 2 has been hit on card JPY. For those guys who, maybe we can get some feedback from the Kampala guys who are watching this stream and confirm whether this is true. We were selling card JPY to this price level, 113.29, and we can see it has hit our target area today. So the first take profit was here, 114.49, and then the second was 113. I think we were looking at 100, and because the entry was 114.85, we were looking at 150 pips, and yeah, that has played out. Yeah, that has hit our take profit today, and that trade is awesome. Now, now that we are done with that, let's do an analysis on CAD JPY and see what opportunities we have. By the way, I would want to make a request, guys. For those guys who attended the Kampala session, would you want another live trading in Kampala, where Rufus and I will come again? Just let us know. We'll really appreciate your feedback. Okay, so the moving average, we can see this is what we were targeting actually, and that has played out to script. So go to higher time frames. Go to higher time frames on this one to try and look at areas. So the first area I've identified is the low of June. So there's a high chance that we could see CAD JPY get here. 112.97. That is a potential area that we could see CAD JPY get to. Go to H4. Okay, so I would want to see a drop to that price level. Last month's low, a test of last month's low. That will be an ideal area, maybe where you could look for opportunities to buy. Yeah, so that's it. I think that the other two areas I would want to map out here. A possible push to this other block here, 112.23. Wow. Yeah, knowing Japanese pairs, that's not a long shot. It can easily get there. 112.23 also. So these are potential areas where you could look for opportunities to buy. So ideally, we could see that bullish push or even bullish push when price gets here. So those are the two areas I would want to map out. Okay, Euro JPY, we were looking for opportunities to short. We didn't really take this trade, but then again, we can see the yen pairs what they're doing. Yeah, that's it. That's the end. Okay. Any feedback? Any questions from you guys? Chart of the day. Chart of the day. USD pairs, guys. Abeju here, take profit 1.3739 hit, one all accounted for. Awesome. I believe Jude is from Kampala. He was attending the live trading sessions and he banked his pips. Yes, you guys should come back and show us how it's really done. We enjoyed the signals and free money too. Thanks a lot. You're most welcome, Jude. And that's great hearing from you. Okay, I don't see any questions, guys. So it seems like I've covered everything that you guys maybe were anticipating. And for me, have a look at the charts for those guys who have come in late. Then maybe you will want to have a look at the analysis. I've done an analysis on USD CHF, GBP USD, Euro USD, Bitcoin, UT100, Audi USD, gold, silver, USD CAD JPY. So that's something that you can really work with. Okay, kindly remember, this is purely educational analysis, and so take caution of that. Use risk management in your trades. And for the Kampala team, kindly let us know via our social media handles whether you'll be interested in another live trading session where Rufus and I will come in and participate with you guys. How I get your links? Twitter, X, I still call it Twitter. Anyway, X, Mambogo Jr. Mambogo Jr. Just type Mambogo Jr. MAMBOGOJR. Alternatively, go to FXPesa tweets, and you'll see me linked in some of them. You'll see my handle over there. Especially the Kampala events have been tagged in some of the posts. Okay, thank you guys for attending. Have a fruitful week. Have a peaceful week. See you next week. Cheers. Bye-bye.